Northern Safety and Industrial, and we are based in Utica, New York, though we have 15 locations in the U.S. and a location in Shanghai, China. So we've been in business 30 years, and about 450 folks call themselves Northern Safety Associates. Well, the way it's currently set up is it's going to be very difficult for compliance. My feeling is, and I believe the feeling of our company is, we're taking a very bad way to do taxation and then spreading that bad way out across everyone. At this point, we believe there's going to be sales tax on remote orders. We don't have a problem with that. But let's not take a crazy broken system and give it to everyone. Let's simplify, simplify, simplify first. And by simplifying, we can then become compliant. In our organization, I just got an email today because I asked for the information. Last year alone, I spent $176,000 on pure software to our tax collection software situation, just to be compliant with the current Nexus issues that I have. That does not take our internal labor into place, or the cost from the other side of the equation, people like SAP, people like Manhattan Associates, significant software purveyors that this software had to be interfaced into. So the idea that it's simple and easy to be compliant in its current iteration, to my thinking, is laughable. We have employee cost. People have to manage this process to do that. We have software costs. I run an SAP system that it was 200,000 hours to implement the system. We use Vertex software at the top of the line software for our taxation. Those people typically work between $180 and $280 an hour. Every single piece of it is highly complex and highly dovetailed. Now, it has to touch our warehouse management system. We have over 80,000 products, on our way to 200,000 products. Some are taxable, some are not taxable. Obviously, some jurisdictions are taxable in different ways. To simplify it to the point where we can say paying a tax to a state, ideally it would be the same tax across, but we can manage certainly to pay differential tax rates across the states. But 9,600 jurisdictions, the potential onerous audit situation that comes with that is very, very, we'll have to arm ourselves from a legal standpoint, from an accounting standpoint. Our personnel will be spending countless hours just trying to figure out how to implement the software, and then we'll use third parties from SAP, from Vertex, from Manhattan Associates, from Microsoft, and probably from Paymetric as well, all who work an average hourly wage for those folks is $200 an hour, along with our internal teams, most of whom are high-priced people on our end. My knee-jerk estimation, just to become remotely compliant in its current iteration, would be between $500,000 and $1 million that would be straight off of our bottom line and encumber us in a big way as we move down an acquisition path. So right now, we're almost in a holding pattern for our acquisitions. We're talking with people, but we're afraid to pull some triggers right now because we don't know what really the longer range impact of an act like this would have on our business. Simplify. It will never be fair until it's simple. Marketplace Fairness Act, I nod in the direction of the marketing department that came up with that particular descriptor of it, because it's rolled off of a lot of media people's tongues, it's rolled off a lot of people's tongues. It is not fair. There's one company that will think it's really fair, and that's Amazon. Everybody else is going to get pretty well screwed to the wall by the way it's set up right now. By simplifying it and saying, okay, it was not a good idea to have 9,600 jurisdictions and all these exclusions and all this stuff anyway, so why not take a step back from that and say, let's increase revenue by getting a lot more people paying tax on sales, internet, catalog, Main Street. My wife was a Main Street retailer, literally Main Street, Trinidad, Colorado, brick and mortar stores for many, many years. She's scared to death now. She is an internet seller underneath the umbrella of the amount, the $1 million. But she's scared to death because she has no idea how she would be able to comply with this thing. So the message is simplify, 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 and don't just take a broken system and make it bigger.